crypto ever go green? Hey, and thanks for tuning in. Holly Shields here for Kalkinemedia. We know that Bitcoin's mining practices raised eyebrows earlier this year when it was found that its energy usage was equivalent to that of some small countries. And since then, there's been a pull towards cryptocurrencies whose mining practices don't demand so much energy. So how is the crypto space addressing this? Well, while Bitcoin mining has been happening for over a decade, it's still harmful to the environment, and it only became known to the masses this year. In April, entrepreneur Elon Musk announced on Twitter that his electric car company Tesla would no longer be accepting Bitcoin as payment for their vehicles. Musk cited Bitcoin's harmful impact on the environment as the reason for this decision. And in the months following Musk's announcement, the Chinese government announced a crackdown on activities relating to the digital currencies. This crackdown included Bitcoin mining, and this was significant given at the time it was reported that 65% of the world's Bitcoin miners were located in China. An alternative mining solution to the energy-consuming proof-of-work consensus is a proof of stake, or POS. POS doesn't require any powerful machines to solve difficult mathematical problems. And to mine coins using the POS consensus, miners must simply own, or rather have a stake in the cryptocurrency. The second largest crypto, Ethereum, is currently in the middle of a much anticipated upgrade, where it hopes to change its mining consensus from proof of work to proof of stake. So what's the verdict? Well, while Ethereum's planned upgrade spells good news for the environment, there remains a $1.06 trillion issue, which is Bitcoin. To add to Bitcoin's worries, its blockchain design can't be upgraded, which means that it'll always have to be mined using a proof of work consensus. The good news, however, is that there is much more environmentally friendly alternatives. It's just a question as to whether the market will consider the environment when choosing the best crypto. Now that you're up to speed, check out some of our other videos to boost your financial IQ and stay up to date. If you like this info, please sub to our channel as well while you're at it. This has been Holly Shields for Kalkinemedia.